Hello and welcome, everybody. Appreciate
Hi
y'all
there,
being
James.
here. Ed, thanks for joining me. Always glad to have you, buddy. And thanks to another meeting of Aquaholics. Thanks for coming to another meeting of Aquaholics Anonymous. I'm going to say some hellos real quick. As far up as I can get in the chat is Tampa Tom Fishing. We're going to pause this over here so I'm not watching myself twice. St. Creek Aquatics, 2 Pew Fish Zone, John Larson. T-Bones, Fishies, of course, Chattanooga, Ed, and myself in the chat as well. Anthony's Fishy Friends, how are ya? So Darlene's Tanks in here as well. Dragon Lair, what's going on? I know Dragon Lair was going to try and get to the store and back before the giveaways were done. And we're going to talk more about those here in just a minute. Rolling and scrolling because Beth, I hope you get to feeling better soon. Beth's going to be lurking in and listening. Rolling on down. And Anthony's Fishy Friends, I am liking the new logo, by the way. I don't know if I got to tell you that the other day, but very cool.
I need to find it. Is it the goldfish?
He's got like a whole new custom design logo. It looks really cool. You can't see it real well in chat, but if you go look on his channel, you can. Colored Guppies, Sandy Doty, rolling. I'm going to screw this up, but Mridul Singh says hello, everybody, and hello to you. Rico Stan, what's going on, my friend? Rolling and scrolling. Skipper's Aquariums, how are ya? I know I missed some people here. Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatic Sarah M. Snow. Rockford, if I missed you, hello. If I didn't miss you, hello again. Ivan Sharino, Sharon Miller, John McKenzie. Oh, and there jumped the Zen Ginger, Not Nola Jane, Fish Rich, GRB Aquatics, Carrie Havercorn, Maria Z, and I'm sure I missed somebody, but hello to each and every one of you. Appreciate you being here. As I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail, we are going to have a couple giveaways tonight. One of those is going to be a plant package from myself. And we'll give everybody, I guess, a couple more minutes before I get into full detail because I'm sure John is still going. So we'll give it just a couple minutes before we actually talk details on this. That's probably the best idea. Tim Carter, hello. I am happy that everybody got their packages that mailed out and everything appeared to be in good shape, except for one that got mailed last week that the post office lost. Hey, Fish Tank Barn's going to be lurking for a bit. And that was just plants, fortunately, so no dead fish, but you got to love it when a package goes out for delivery and then disappears for several days and then it goes back out for delivery again.
But at least it wasn't fish.
Exactly. That was my first thought. But we're going to get that fixed up and get that person taken care of in the upcoming shipping week. Yes. So without going into all the details, we're going to be doing a plant giveaway. We are also going to be doing a giveaway for a $30 gift card to the Fish Room Fever website. And the way that's going to work is you just look on there and tell me what you want, and I will ship it out to you versus trying to get it set up for gift cards that it's not set up for, send you a gift card code, and then have you just turn around and redeem it right back to me. Tim Carter saying my package was great. Glad to hear it, Tim. I really do appreciate it. I know there was some anxiety because of Veterans Day yesterday. And when I initially shipped things on Monday, all the tracking was saying, it's going to be Friday, it's going to be Saturday. The good thing is, even though the Postal Service doesn't deliver on Veterans Day, their hubs are still open. So everything was still moving along. So everything was like saying Friday and Saturday delivery until today. And then it's like everybody's packages got delivered. So.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Because I sent out 2 things at the beginning of the week, and they said it was going to take a lot longer, and one showed up today. I don't know if Rico Stands showed up today yet, but I sent him one too. So
I'm not sure if his has or not, but yeah, I saw Diego's unboxing on that awesome guppy grass you shipped to him. Get back here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Always checking for highlighted comments. I do want to say, if you have a question, feel free to throw it in the chat. Just put @FishRoomFever on there, and it will highlight for me so it stands out. Mike's Aquatics and Things. What's going on, Mike? $5 super chat. Pull this party popper here. I appreciate you, buddy. Says, I got my order today, James. Everything awesome, but man, did you throw me a loop with the extra. Yeah, so I like to pack in a little bit extra on these orders, especially like my members and stuff. I think pretty much everybody that's ordered has been a member thus far. So just kind of my extra little thank you for being a member and for making an order. So I'm glad everything is satisfactory and that you were happy, buddy. And thank you again for the order and the $5 super chat. Rolling on through here. Zen dropping the link for the Fish Room Fever shop. It is on page 2 of the website. I did that because I didn't want to impede the ease of access to the streaming times on page 1. So it's easy to miss, which is not good business wise, but it doesn't kind of violate that sacred trust of, hey, we want you to be able to find the stream times without getting bombarded with crap. See, another highlight on Pew Fish Zone says, Fish Room Fever, all fish arrived well. Glad to hear it. You had the most actual fish in your order. I figured everything would be good. I take a lot of precautions in how I pack and how I ship to make sure that things get there safe and hopefully happy. Yes, sir.
James, I just had a wonderful idea, one that I think everybody would love to watch. You're going to be sending some of those zebra plecos out to Zen Ginger.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
You should videotape that because, I mean, that is a super high-end, stressful fish to send.
That is.
And
thank you for...
just a... Sorry, I shouldn't have added that extra bit. But it's a really pretty cute fish. I'll say it like that. I think everybody would love to see that too.
Absolutely. And maybe we can get Zen Ginger to either do a part 2 unboxing, or if she doesn't feel up to that, maybe get some footage and just send it to me and I can edit it into one video, whichever she would prefer. You know, Zen does videos from time to time.
That could be our excuse to drive down there. You could videotape her opening the box.
There you go. Absolutely. I'm going to say hello to James Black. James Black says, first time in a Fish Room Fever stream. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Sabrina Stewart says hi, joining straight from Lisa and John's video, watching for the first time. Appreciate you being here as well. All right, so it looks like we're getting the rollover going on now. We can get into a little more detail on the giveaways. I don't have a specific topic planned for tonight because we only go for an hour, and then we're going over to Ed's channel, and we're going to talk all about mosses in your aquarium. And between just going over the giveaways and kind of talking about what the things are, answering questions about the fish or plants, I wanted to leave time for that. Let's see, before I get too far away from me. Go back up here. Lots of highlighted comments. I love it. I love it. I'm going to catch up in chat, and then we will talk about what is going on. This is awesome. It jumped on me, but we're going to get back to it. Hey, Reyes says, hello, Fish Room Fever. Justin Mosley says, Fish Room Fever, any recommendations on a macro lens for iPhone? Can only seem to find kits with a single-sized macro lens in the kit. The only ones I have ever used are, I guess we'll call them the cheaper ones. I've had success. Now, I don't have an iPhone. I've got Android. So I don't know exactly how they'll work in relation to your camera location on the back of your phone. But I've had a lot of luck with the lenses, the little kits from the Dollar Tree. You can actually find those macro lens kits at the Dollar Tree. Go to the little electronic section that has the phone cords. A lot of times they're there. And then last I knew, Walmart still sold a kit. I think it's like $7, and it comes with a whole bunch of different lenses, but I think it was still only one macro lens. Those are the only ones I've worked with. I've had good luck with them, but again, not running an iPhone. But if you haven't, try the dollar one. I mean, it's $1. You know, worst case scenario, you're out $1. Go ahead, Ed.
Now, is that the little Snap-on deals?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I bought one for the Big Fish deal. And I never ended up trying out the macro lenses. I got mine off of Amazon, and I made sure it had an orange filter in it. So that way you can shoot reef stuff and not have all that blue look. Yep. And you can actually get the neat colors from the reefs. That was the main purpose, was just to get the orange filter. So Absolutely. If I was going to buy one of those packages, make sure you get one with the orange.
Very good suggestion. I like it. Abolished Aquatics says, cheers, my fellow fish nerds. Good to see a Fish Room Fever in Chattanooga. Ed, good to see you, Abolished Aquatics. Paul Stero saying hello to everybody. Hello, Paul. Rolling through here. Edgar Reyes, hello and welcome. Gary Habercourt says, Fish Room Fever receiving my package today as well. It was perfect. Thank you so much. Sent you an email. I did catch the email right before the stream, and I was glad to see that everything arrived alive and well. Thank you for sending me that, and thank you for the order. I appreciate it. I'm really happy everything came in good for you. Rolling on through here. Yes, Scary Terry says, rest in peace, Bubbles. Absolutely. I felt really bad when I heard about that.
Oh, that is sad. That's a bummer. Jay Oliver said, great tip, Ed, and I appreciate that. Now, for some reason, I thought, and James and I were talking about this before the stream started, and I don't know if I assumed that the J stands for John, but is it John Oliver, or am I just nuts? Because otherwise, I've been saying hi to John for a while now, and it's the wrong guy. I apologize.
Sarah Snow says, Fisherman Fever, my big girl is chowing down now. She is not picky, LOL. Yeah, so that would have been that plant package that came in that was lost. Some of it was still viable. And like she's mentioned, it was for consumption anyway. So it wasn't like needed to be, picture perfect for an aquascape or anything. But we're still going to get you some more shipped out since they lost it and it kind of withered away. Mike's Aquatics and thanks, it's Fisherman Fever. Today was such an awesome day. Got your order and got fry from the Maltese. Dude, that is awesome. I want to see some video on that, Mike. I really do. If you've posted already, I didn't get a notification. I'll have to go look later on. But I'm jealous of those Maltese you got. And I'm super jealous you got fry, but congratulations, buddy. Garrett Sebcox says, Fisherman Fever, when do diatoms usually go away? So I don't know how long it naturally takes them to go away because I always throw bristlenose plecos in there. I always use bristlenose. That's like the one thing they are really good at eating is diatom algae, brown algae. Ed, do you know naturally how long it usually takes?
No, I've never paid attention. I'm sorry.
I'm one of those people that, brown algae, I've got bristlenose plecos. They do a wonderful job at cleaning that stuff up. Let's see. The one tank I did have it in that didn't have a bristlenose, it seemed like it was in there for forever. I mean, it seemed like it was in there for quite a few weeks. And then I was like, hey, I've got this extra bristlenose. I didn't like the coloring on it. It was a blue-eyed lemon, but it had like one weird little teeny dark patch on it. So I didn't want it where it could make more babies with anybody when it got older and matured. So I just threw it in there to eat the algae. But yeah, that's kind of my go-to. And then other algae, I embrace them. I just let the stuff grow, green hair algae, all that wonderful stuff. Rolling on through. I went up to make sure I hadn't missed that super chat. I saw it come in earlier, and I want to make sure I hadn't missed it, but we're rolling back down. There's the Maltese. Garrett Simcox. That was the question there with the diatoms. Kev Sully says, Fisherman Fever, what's the best option to obtain or acquire or buy a 200-gallon to house our ornate Bisher, Bala Sharks, Severum, and Pleco? So I always go used tanks. Some people absolutely hate used tanks, but that's my go-to. I mean, my 220 was essentially free. I basically paid for the fancy reflight that came with it. I had to drive to Virginia to get it from Tennessee. But, and then like, I think my 100-gallon, I paid $50. My 125s, I buy used, and it's always around $1 per gallon on the used price, if not a lot less. So that would be my personal suggestion. Check Craigslist, and I think Let Go is the other one. I think it had a name shift. Check classifieds. If you're looking for bigger tanks, don't be afraid to branch out if you can from just your area or just your metropolitan area. Look around, for me, I'd look around East Tennessee, and then I even look close sections of, maybe Georgia, Virginia, Kentucky. If I'm looking for something big that I'm trying to find a bargain on. Ed, any suggestions?
No, that sounds like great ideas. Basically what I do too. I mean, if you work in a place with a lot of people, or let them know you're into tanks, because there are a lot of people that have empty tanks in their basement and just let them sit. And the more people that know that you love fish, the more people will give you free fish tanks. I did that at my factory. If you go to church, at a big church, let people know. I mean, it's weird because so many people, and it's a problem with our industry, our hobby, is a lot of people give up. They're unsuccessful one time, and they just give up instead of trying again, and they just end up sitting on this tank forever. So that's another way to get tanks. It's just let the word know that you're a fish person.
Yes, and that is a phenomenal idea. I have done that many a times, like you said. I can't believe I didn't mention that, because it seems like As soon as people find out you're into fish, I can't tell you how many people said, "Oh, I've got this old tank. Do you want it?" Or even better, almost depending upon your view on it, I'll get people that say, "Oh, well, can you help me with this? I'm struggling." And then it's like, "Yeah, absolutely. I can help keep somebody in the hobby." Doesn't help me get the free tank, but it helps keep them in the hobby, which is awesome as well.
And a lot more fun, actually, in the end.
Yeah,
especially
it really is.
Like they get into the same type of fish that you're into. Like maybe you give them some babies and just help them get started. And that, I mean, that's how my dad got started when, like in the early 70s, is one of his friends at work loved guppies, and he gave him a couple guppies, and my dad got hooked and ended up breeding and selling them. So it's,
you gotta love it.
Yep.
Sabrina Stewart says, "Fish Room Fever. Hey guys, just got my first sponge filter. Any tips or tricks? I've never had one. Always hang on back, but I'm excited for a new challenge. I think you're going to enjoy it. Some of the basics would be, and good, let me move my chat so I can see Ed. I saw he grabbed a sponge filter. You really don't want the flow too high. Higher flow does not equal better filtration. You want to get kind of a standard flow. A Corey Aquarium Co-op has a phenomenal video. I know the thumbnail has like a picture of a sponge filter turned sideways with an X and then one standing up with a green check mark through it. It kind of goes through the basics. Check that out if you've not seen that. One of my big things that a lot of people don't talk about, and I think Ed's doing it right now, if you start to notice you're losing flow in that sponge filter, pull that bottom piece off of the base. A lot of people don't realize it comes off because it's stuck on there so tight. Pull that bottom piece off of the weighted part, and it's got those little slots in it, and those things tend to clog up, and that's where you'll see you lose a lot of airflow. 9 times out of 10, if not pretty much 10 times out of 10, if I notice that airflow has decreased on a sponge filter, it's not because the sponge is clogged, it's because that little piece in the bottom has built up gunk in it, if you will. I've got really hard water, so it almost gets like calcification, which it's not what it is, but it gets built up in there. Those would be my big tips. And then when you go to pull it out, you can use Corey's fish bag trick. Take a fish bag or a Ziploc bag. You can stick it in there, get it around the sponge filter, and then pull it out so you don't just drop all that gunk back in the tank. But they're really not super high maintenance. You don't have to worry about it too much, and it's going to be a lot more cost efficient than buying replacement cartridges for those hang-on backs. And welcome to the sponge filter team. I hope you enjoy it. We've got Furloughs Aquatics with $5 super chat. Says, good evening, Ed and James. The Plecos made it safe and sound. Yes, thank you for the message earlier, Eric. Again, I'm super happy. Everybody's fish arrived alive and well. That was really fun for me, having as many orders as I did to pack up and send out on this past Monday. And like I said, I know some people were worried because of the shipping. The tracking was saying Friday, Saturday, and I'm like, I know the hubs are open Wednesday. I'm going to keep my mouth closed until I see the update, but everything should update and deliver Thursday. But thank you, Eric, for the $5 super chat for Furloughs Aquatics, and thank you for the order. Really do appreciate you, my friend. All right, I'm sure I am way behind here. So far behind, my chat froze. We are going to get to everybody. I see a lot of super chats down there. Thank you very, very much for those. I'm going to get to you, I promise, but I don't want to jump over any highlighted questions on the way down. I'm going to get caught up as quick as I can, and we're going to talk about this giveaway. Pasili says, Fish for Fever, if dwarf sedge melts, leave it alone, may grow back, ? I have found just about anything that melts will grow back, just in my experience. I'm not a plant expert. I have 60 planted tanks, if you will, of varying plants. I've yet to really find anything that hasn't bounced back as long as it's got some root structure to it. If it's a root feeder, a rooted plant. So I would say give it a little bit, see if it comes back. If it's been several weeks and you see absolutely nothing, go in there, see where that the root system's at. It may still be trying to recover. You might find it's got the root system and maybe one little leaf that's trying to make its way up to start out, and you can maybe move that little leaf up out of the substrate and keep the roots covered up. That would be my thoughts on it. And good to see you, Pasili.
If I would say try to make sure that you're sticking with fish plants that are easy. That live like they'll say you what's easy to grow, because there are some hard plants that require like CO2 or require like not too much light. And if you put it in the wrong spot, if you don't know your plant and you think it's just melting, and it may never come back if it's in the wrong conditions. Because I've done that several times trying to learn about plants, and I got ones that I should not have been touching because they're way out of my league, and they melted, and they literally just melted into nothing.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Like, if you want a plant expert, go see Bentley Pasco. He's got an amazing channel. I'm not your Buse guy. You know, if you're looking for advice on some fancy Buse philodendra, not the guy. Don't have the hands-on experience, and that's what I give observations and advice from, is my personal experience, which works for me. It may not work for you. But yeah, very good point, Ed. Biscotti Nanya says, any tips on making a fish tank true to its stand? I'm using the cinder block method, and I can't get it to be true to the tank. It's driving me crazy, fish room fever. All right, so you're trying to make, I'm assuming 2x4s or 2x6s that you're putting on cinder blocks true to the tank. I mean, so the key thing there is just going to be making sure that you've got straight wood. I will say I usually spend more time going through the lumber at Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those places when I'm trying to find lumber to get true pieces that aren't warped, bowed, bent, or cracked. And that's typically the biggest problem, is just finding some good straight wood. That being said, you've already got the wood. You could try some additional bracing under it to kind of shore up wherever it's not meeting flush. The other thing is, it can be interesting to try and do it right, because you don't want to put uneven stress really on the tank. I have used cardboard. So, like, depending upon how much I needed to shore something up, maybe I have like one piece of cardboard that goes, 5 inches, and then it ups to like 2 pieces of cardboard that go a couple inches to kind of make my own little wedges to go in there. They've got little wooden wedges that you could tap in under there. The biggest thing is you don't want to put additional upward pressure wherever you're trying to make it flush by adding in a wedge and then pushing up on it. I mean, a tank can literally sit just on its ends, and be perfectly fine and just be supported on the ends. If you look at Aquarium Co-op's store, the way that they did them, there's support under just the ends of the tanks. Aquatic Aesthetics, down where Ed's at, his local fish store, they've done their racks the same way, where the tank is just, supported on the ends. So it's not nearly as critical to get every single section supported as it is to make sure that you don't have an uneven upward pressure being applied, I think is the best way I could put that.
Can I suggest 2 things?
Go for it, buddy.
See if your floor is level, because sometimes your floor may not even be level, and you're working really hard to get this, your shelf level, and it's the floor itself. And then you maybe, instead of shimming the tank itself, but shim the boards underneath the board, and raise it a board, so that way you're not putting it directly under the tank. Just as an idea. I don't know. Yeah, no,
you could definitely try that. I don't chase level on my tanks. I chase flush, which I've talked about before. Just because, like you said, Ed, a lot of times floors are not level. So I would rather have a tank that's unlevel by 1/4 of an inch than a tank that's propped up in several sections under the tank just to get it to be physically level. Because again, flush and level being 2 completely different things. T-Bone's Fishies with the $5 super sticker with that super fast runny hippo. T-Bone, I appreciate you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Glad I got to talk to you a little bit before the stream started. Thank you for the $5 super sticker, my friend. I can't run as fast as that hippo, but he sure looks cool doing it. All right, let's roll through here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. If I can't get caught up, we're just going to talk about the giveaways, because by the time I get to talk about the giveaways, it'll be time to do the giveaways. So let's see if I can burn through here and get caught up real quick. Tim Carter says, Fisher people really like the shrimp. I am glad, buddy. I hope you enjoy them. I think you'll really like having shrimpies. Rolling in. Pegasus Rena says, Fisher and Fever and Adam late, but I'm here, my friends. Hey, Rena, good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Rockford Fish Keeping says, Fisher and Fever, have you ever seen a purple hair type algae? I have not. I have seen algae that looks almost purple, but it was in fact where blackbeard algae had been killed off, so it gets like that reddish, maroonish, purpley tinge to it, depending upon your lighting. But I have never dealt with purple hair algae before. That's weird. Just off the top of my head, the closest thing I could even think of seeing it would possibly be if I had like green hair algae that got covered in cyanobacteria. But other than that, no, I have not. I'll have to look into that more, Rockford. If I can figure something out, I'll shoot you a message. I do not have frog bit at the moment, but I think we will have that remedied soon. I actually, it's the people that have ordered it will let you know, I like to give really generous portions, to the point that I even gave away pretty much all of my own personal frog bit. So I've got to get some more of it, because I've got to get some sent out to like Sarah, who the post office lost their stuff for a while. And then we've got a lot of people asking about it. Rolling and rolling, fugging fish, and that was Fuggin for anybody that's wondering what I just said. Says Fisher Fever, do you recommend a dragon puffer? Been looking into getting one. So I've not had puffers. I don't. Let me rephrase that. I've had salt puffers in the past many years ago, but I've not had freshwater puffers or any puffers in about a decade. I think they're awesome. I love watching everybody's videos about them. When it comes to recommending fish, my recommendation is always, is that what you want? Because it's easy for me to say, well, I recommend you put angelfish in your 55-gallon tank. Or I recommend that you put cardinal tetras in this tank. If you don't like that fish, it doesn't do me any good to read it to you. If you really want a dragon puffer and you've looked into them, you've researched them, you know what you need for them, what you would like to have, then that's the fish I would recommend you get. My real recommendation when it comes to fish is just do your research. Make sure you know all about that fish before you get it, and that you're not walking into a mess that you didn't realize you were walking into, going, oh God, I didn't realize this fish needed, this specific diet, or it needed, these specific water parameters, which we won't even get into the whole specific water parameters thing, but you get what I'm saying. If you want one, fugging, and you've looked into it, you really like it, you think it suits your tank, your setup, and your lifestyle, get that puffer.
Yep. They don't eat snails.
Right.
Just throwing that out there.
No, yeah, absolutely. Well, Ed, was a dragon puffer?
I had a dragon puffer. She just passed away not too long ago, and it was really a bummer, because you really get attached to the puffers because they're like puppy dogs.
They are.
And she was eating fine, and then one day I just found her on the side of the tank sideways, and she just passed away. It's just, I had no idea what happened. Wow. Very sad, but they're a lot easier than a lot of other puffers in the fact that they have sharp teeth, so they don't have to be wearing their teeth away on shells, because they eat fish. But they can be finicky eaters because they want to eat fish, and if you don't give them a supply of live fish, like I was giving them frozen jumbo krill and bloodworms to her. But she was gigantic too. She was a lot bigger than the standard one. She was like almost 10 inches, so she may have just reached the end of her life, because she was just a really big one. Yeah, it's hard to tell. But it's hard. You have to do a lot more tank maintenance with it, because you can't put anything in the tank to clean the tank, help you. So you have to do the vacuuming all the time. And because they're eating, or puffers eat and they don't digest everything because it just goes right through them, it's pretty gross, because it's like she's almost pooping raw shrimp because it's just partially digested. So, a lot of extra cleaning with a puffer too. I don't know if that.
I think it does, and I appreciate that. I didn't want to force you into answering that, because I know that you'd lost her, and that's
it's all right.
A touchy thing. But
well, I learned a lot though, so
yeah.
And
that's always important. Sarah J. Siever says, first time watching. John and Lisa sent me over. Thanks to KT Tropical and for being here. Says, Maltese, I started in June and have 7 clutches of fry so far. That is awesome. Just now got into malts. Thanks to Sean OOTD, if you're listening, for giving me the push to get shell dwellers. And I am loving them. Have not gotten any fry yet, but that is amazing. Congratulations on that. And of course, welcome to the Fish Fam. I'm glad to see you're sticking around. You've made it since June, so you've kind of passed that hump where we usually lose people. So it's awesome to have you here. Thanks for joining the stream. Sabrina Stewart says, Fisher Fever, love the Oscar shirt. My husband wants an Oscar so bad, but we don't have the room for 125 gallon right now, and I won't put an Oscar in anything less. I don't blame you one bit, Sabrina. Thank you. The shirt is available, of course, at KG Tropicals, keepfishkeeping.com. That's where I got mine and where I suggest you get yours. Love it. Very cool setup, and thank you. Hopefully you can find the space to get that 125 and get that Oscar, because those are awesome water puppies as well, kind of like the puffers you mentioned there. Garrett Simcox says, Fisher Fever, thanks. I'm going to get a bristlenose pleco. Yeah, I love them. Now keep in mind, I have hundreds and hundreds. I have lots of bristlenose, but they are like, the bristlenose is what really got me into breeding fish. When I came back into the hobby this last time around, I bred piranhas, but I hadn't really done a lot of different breeding on different things. It was piranha focused. And then I got a bristlenose, got a female, and boom, there were eggs. I'm like, oh, breeding is really what has kind of fueled my passion in terms of what can I get, what can I breed. Just having fun with it. Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics with $5 super chat says, you guys are great. Thank you for all you guys do for the hobby. Jay Oliver's, thank you. I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate what everybody in here does for the hobby. The fact that we have this community is what makes it work. And I love you guys. You know, I won't get off on an emotional rant, but I really do love the fish family we have here. It's an amazing community, and I'm glad that I can share it with you all. All right, so I'm going to talk about giveaway real quick, and then I will jump back in and try and get caught up as quick as I can with the chat. But for the 3 giveaways tonight, we're doing a plant package. I am going to be sending at least, now I may add a couple other things if I can propagate out some stuff, but bare minimum, I'm going to be sending out Jungle Val, Anubias Nana, Guppy Grass, Java Moss, Water Lettuce, and that frog bed I can't seem to, to hold on to enough of. In that plant package, of course, the conditions for all of these is you need to be somewhere in the United States to where we can legally ship you plants and fish and things of that nature, because we're not exporters and all that wonderful stuff. You know, it's not a requirement that you be subscribed. Subscribing would be awesome, which, by the way, 181 people, 112 likes. I really do appreciate each and every one of you being here. Normally we have a topic following John and Lisa, but tonight I knew we were going to be busy with questions in the giveaway, so we didn't try and squeeze in a topic because we just didn't have time. But we've got an awesome topic in Ed's coming up here in about 27 minutes. The second giveaway, and this gentleman was kind of trying to do this on the down low, and I didn't realize it at first, but this is why I didn't put his picture on the thumbnail. He loves this community, like we were just talking about. He just wants to give back. He's grateful to the community that we've got here. So he said, hey, can I do a $30 gift card to your site? So the way we're going to do that, the winner of that gift card, you can just look at the site, message me what you want. I'll cover the shipping on it because I hate when you get a gift card and then you have to, spend a third of it on shipping. So I'll cover the shipping on it. And if you're looking at, guppies or whatever, if you're a couple dollars over, I'm going to be okay with that. But I'll talk to whoever wins that more in an email and we'll get you taken care of. The third thing, and let me see if I can share this picture here, is going to be from Black Label Carling, who I saw in the chat a little while ago. Let me share the screen real quick. Chrome tab. Share. She is giving away a pair of Betta Splendens. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up here so I can be very precise in what I say here. It is a pair of wild Betta Splendens Super Reds. And there is a picture she took and sent to me right before the stream. Once again, have to be in the U.S. where we can ship you fish because we don't want to break any laws and all that wonderful stuff. I try and do giveaways all across the world. This particular night, it's going to be limited to U.S. But I think that was very cool of her. Now, she doesn't really do YouTube videos right now, and she's not really like selling fish at the moment. But I think maybe she's working on potentially doing some things down the line. Again, this was one of those, she just wanted to give back to the community. She's grateful to everybody in the Fish Fam community here on YouTube. I will say she's got an Instagram, Black Label Bettas, and I'll put a link for that in here if you want to go follow her, and then you can keep an eye on what she's doing with, breeding bettas and all that wonderful stuff. But aren't those beautiful fish?
Those are awesome.
I'm kind of sad that I'm not eligible to win them.
I know. I feel the same way. They're like, wild, so they can be paired up too, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome. I can't wait till she starts selling them.
And then I will say, even though he's like, please, I'm not doing this because I want people to come, visit my page or anything. I'm not looking for a shout out. And he's really not. But Rico Stan, who's also here in the chat, he's the one that's doing the $30 giveaway to the Fish Room Fever website in the shop. So go check him out. He really, really, really reminds me of Ben Ochart when he speaks. Like, he really does. Like, I was playing his video again earlier, watching one I hadn't watched, and he's got some of the same inflections and tones, and I enjoy his videos. And he's kind of goofy. He's got good stuff going. He's just now started doing actual making of videos, but really fun stuff coming out of his channel. So I'm not going to throw the hashtags in just yet. We're going to get to those here in probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to try and get caught up real quick, though. Let me move this right here. We got Jay Oliver's. Paul Sotero says, Fisher Fever Ed, setting up another tank, 20 long. I already have 10 peacock gudgeons for it. I'm open to suggestions for tank mates. Ed?
I'm sorry. I was reading the correct way to say beta versus betta, and honestly, neither one is correct.
Technically speaking, it's not, but yeah.
I'm sorry. I was totally distracted by that.
That's okay. Paul was asking, setting up a 20 long. I already have 10 peacock gudgeons for it. Open to suggestions for tank mates.
Oh, boy. See, I haven't really had those, so I'm not for sure. I can't wait till you get the Bob Super Chat. That's been...
I see that. I am about there. I've not kept peacock gudgeons. I hate to just throw out suggestions, not having kept them, or even having a friend that's kept them. I will say, with almost 200 people in the chat, I'm sure we've got some awesome peacock gudgeon keepers in here. I know of several that are subscribers to the channel. So I would love to hear, again, the community, this amazing community we have. There are some suggestions in there, you guys, for Paul on what you all keep with your peacock gudgeons. Keeping in mind it's going in 20 long. Yeah,
I'm sorry. I just don't know enough about them. Maybe we'll have to do a show on fish that we haven't had.
I think so. That sounds like a good topic for an upcoming stream. Mrs. Fever with a $2 red arrow saying she's here. Thank you, Mrs. Fever, for the support from the chat. Kayler's Aquaholics with $10 super chat. Hey, Bob, how are you, buddy? Says, Ed, are you going to Nashville tomorrow? Tiffany invited me to come and see her fish after Aquatic Critters. James, I messaged you earlier today and invited you too. Bob, I had not seen it, but I was up all night. I kind of catnapped from like noon to 6, something like that. But I will go through again and look and see what I can come up with. I'll have to check Shai's work schedule. But I don't know. I will get back to you after the stream, or maybe during Ed's stream. I'll see what I can figure out. But thank you, Bob, for the $10 super chat, and for being my buddy and inviting me along to go see Tiffany. I appreciate that. We'll get it figured out.
I would love to, but I'm not going to be able to. My folks are having a senior citizen party. I thought it was on Saturday, but it turns out they were giving me more details today. And there's going to be a whole bunch of senior citizens coming on Sunday. So we're going to be fixing up the house and painting things and all sorts of stuff. And I may have to help my mom with cooking stuff. So it's going to be interesting. And then she made sure I was invited too, which is very nice. But I was like, yeah, I don't think so.
All right, so it has jumped on me finally. I knew that was going to catch up to me. Farthest up I can go is... oh, hey, that was Dragon Pepper. Good. So it did jump, but I was able to get back far enough. Let me scroll down here. We'll find it. Maybe not. Maybe that was a second Dragon Pepper question. Let me look. Colored Guppy saying good advice highlighted there. Okay, we'll get caught back up. I know there's some super chats that have disappeared from my screen. I know there are, and I need to get those. I'm grabbing highlighted stuff on the way through. J. Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics has joined the Fish Room Fever member family. I appreciate that. Welcome to the team, J. Oliver. Glad to have you on here. I hope you enjoy that behind-the-scenes content. I've been trying to put out some neat stuff for the members so that you all have something cool to check out, kind of behind the scenes in between videos and live streams. All right, rolling and rolling. I'm going to have to go to the other screen to say a thank you for the super chats, but I promise you we will not overlook any of those. Rena says, it's early, but in case I don't talk to you guys tomorrow, happy Friday the 13th. Ooh. Absolutely, Rena. You as well. I hope you have a good one. Rockford says, Fisher Fever ad recommendations on brand for I think it's called TDS, the hardness tester thing you stick in the water. Yeah, that's the technical term. TDS meter. Ed, you've got one.
Yeah, I do. And I actually was trying to buy batteries for it yesterday while I was at Walmart, and they wanted $6 a battery. So I said, forget it. So I still yet have not bought batteries for my TDS monitor. So, or checker. Because it's a checker, not a monitor, I believe. But it also tells the temperature and everything. It does like a whole massive amount of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know what brand it is or anything. I left it in the car, so I'm sorry. And I'm really new to them.
I honestly don't know what brand I've got. I don't have the TDS, but I've got like the pH tester, and they're all about the same brand on Amazon. So my recommendation, even though I can't give you a brand name, we'll probably have 15 people throw brand names in here, and that's perfectly fine. That's what the community's for. But would be go on Amazon and then look at some reviews. Find the highest rated one that you can get on there that's not ridiculously expensive. You can get them pretty cheap on Amazon, and you can get a good one on there as well.
Yeah, and you know who my go-to tech fish person is Priscilla. She normally can always steer me right for any technical fish thing like that. So you could always shoot her a tell or a text, or well, probably not a text. You probably don't have her number, but what is a message on Facebook or something?
Yeah, yes. Facebook Messenger. All right, I did go and find those super chats that disappeared from me. We got Bird Garden. Thank you, Rack. Bird Garden / the Pond Life channel, formerly River Life. He's got 2 channels. If you haven't checked out his Bird Garden channel, go check it out. I'm really enjoying that. But he's got the $10 super chat that says the left wing and the right wing are on the same bird. Fly high, #FishFam. That's exactly it. We are here as a fish fam, regardless of what our outside thoughts or beliefs or any of that. We're all on the same bird. I like that. I really, really do, Rack. Thank you for the $10 super chat, brother. And I'm glad to have you back around the YouTubes. I know you had some stuff going on, so I'm glad to have you back. Moonstone Aquatics with the $5 super chat said, glad to see you guys. Thanks for the stream. Kim, thank you. Moonstone Aquatics. Really do appreciate the super chat, but it's always a pleasure to see you with or without the super chat. And then I'm going to grab this last one here. And if you had a highlighted question that I missed, you're welcome to throw it back in. But again, my chat did jump, so I lost a whole section, including super chats and highlighted questions. But I want to grab this. A fish with a YouTube channel. I love that name. That is awesome. It says, hello, I am new here and I love fish. Well, welcome. We are glad to have you here. We love fish. And we love talking fish and having other fishy people. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you being here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let me get over here to Nightbot. Let me get on the keyword. We're going to give away this plant package first. So if you would like to enter for some plants, again, I can't ship them outside of the U.S., but just type #plants. And we'll give everybody a couple of minutes to do that. that in there. Hashtag plants to enter. We'll give it about 2 minutes. We'll do that drawing. I'm going to grab a couple of comments real quick. Garrett Sipcock says, Fish Room Fever, fishy people. Ha! Yes, fishy people. Love fishy people. Rockford Fish Keeping. I'm going to grab this real quick while all the hashtag plants are coming in. Says, Fish Room Fever. What the heck, birds? No, fish, and more fish. That's all I need. This fish and this remote. That's all I need. Things, fish, the remote, and this matchbook. Yeah. Well, I will say, though, he has got an awesome 24-hour stream that he does over there on Bird Garden, and it is really cool and relaxing. I find myself a lot of times when I'm either working on, responding to emails or maybe editing a video, if I want something in the background that's not going to try and overtake my mind in what I'm doing, so to speak, I love throwing it on there, and it's really relaxing. But yeah, we're here for the fish, but birds are awesome too.
Yep, I just bought a new Blu-ray player for my mom and dad that has YouTube on it, so now they can watch YouTube also. And I wanted to show my dad that, but right now he's just enjoying World War II stuff. So as soon as he gets done watching all of his World War II stuff, then we'll show him the fish or the birds.
Right. Thank you, Candy. And hello, Candy. I don't think I got to say hello to you earlier, but hello, Candy Overhauls, and thank you for posting the link to Bird Garden's channel. We love Rack. He was such a huge supporter for this channel. I mean, like from the very beginning, when I first was getting started, nobody really knew who I was. He's been so supportive through the whole process and helpful at every turn. So I'd love to just send that right back to him.
Rack is such a good guy. He's from northern Tennessee, but we like him down here in southern Tennessee. That is how good of a guy he is.
He is so awesome. It radiates all the way across the state.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 186 people watching, 131 thumbs ups. I appreciate that. And even that one thumbs down. We'll take it. We got to have that customary one in there. All right. We're going to give it about a minute, and then we're going to roll this thing. I still see some hashtags coming in. Yep, that's a lot of hashtags. Awesome. Good. We got Collins Critter Cave. Hello, new name to me. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the $5 super chat. Says also new here. What is the favorite fish you have kept, and what is a dream fish you've not yet had? Great question. Let me blast one of these things off for you. And I will say, for those of you that are new here tonight, I haven't been able to do it because we've been running so fast, but usually you get some goofy little accessories with these super chats. I'll throw on the boa for you, but I can't read through the glasses quick enough to keep up. So to answer that, I'm going to say favorite fish that I have kept. It's either going to be the zebra plecos that I've got, or it's going to be my piranhas. And then my dream fish is a blue diamond piranha, but more specifically one that I have gone down to South America, caught, and shipped back to myself. Ed?
Probably my favorite fish is the bisher. Now, and that's poor Scotty. I didn't mean to pick on you earlier about the Betta, because I've tried to change myself to say Betta to make more people happy. But bisher, biker, bashir, people call them that everything also. I've just fallen in love with them. I have 3. So that's probably my dream fish. Well, my favorite fish. And I love guppies. I mean, I'm surrounded by thousands of guppies right now. But probably my dream guppy that I hope to find is a good-looking red, white, and blue guppy. Yeah, and that's more of a sentimental reason.
All right, so I'm going to pull this up. I'm just marking, for whatever reason, Nightbot always does this. It marks a bunch of people ineligible, so I'm just making sure everybody is marked as eligible on here. And I'm going to pull it up on screen so you all will see the results. And we will know there's no shenanigans, because we've had some stuff that nobody would have believed if they couldn't have seen the results. Let me screen share this real quick. All right. Chrome tab. Nightbot giveaways. We're going to share that. Again, bear with me because I do have to roll through here. See how it automatically unselects some people? It says they're not eligible here. We don't like that. We want to make sure everybody's eligible.
Well, that's just bizarre.
Yeah, I have to do this every time. Normally, we don't have 132 eligible users, but I'm loving that.
That is awesome. You know what I bet it is maybe it was people that said something and like they use 2 capital words or something, and it says, do you want to allow this? And I wonder if when it says, do you want to allow it, it's pushing you out of this side too, because we have to say yes to show everything.
Right.
I bet you that's what it is.
It's possible, because I try and remove, like, there's an option to let's see, I made Mrs. Fever not eligible. Sorry, if you want some plants, go get one of the aquariums, babe. All right, let's roll it. The winner of the plants is Katie Mitchell. Congratulations, awesome. Katie. She's been subscribed since today. Awesome. New subscriber. So if you would send me an email, fishroomfever@gmail.com, and I'm sure we'll have a couple of people put that in the chat. Just send me an email. Let me know it's you, and I'll get your information, and I will get those mailed out to you Monday. And congratulations, and again, welcome. All right, let's drop this off of here real quick.
Now, do people know your last name, James?
I don't think they do, but it's Mitchell.
Okay.
It's yeah.
I was just going to say,
relation,
was it a relative?
Yeah. No, I'm not familiar with a Katie Mitchell that I'm related to, but Mitchell is a common name. Down in Florida, I think we had 7 pages of Mitchells in the phone book. And there are, just in Knoxville, at least 2 other James Mitchells, which is my name for anybody who doesn't know, Fisherman Fever. If not 3 others, just in this town, in this city. So,
well, a friend of mine is named Tammy Mitchell from high school, and she sold 2 of my houses throughout my lifetime. She's a wonderful realtor in the St. Louis area. I think she's the #1 realtor. So if you're looking to sell your house in St. Louis, go to Tammy Mitchell.
Very nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw this next one in here. And I'm doing this separate because there may be somebody that didn't want plants but wants to enter for, one thing and not the other. And that's why we're doing 3 separate keywords versus just me re-rolling that one, because maybe you wanted plants, but you really don't want a pair of Betta Splendens, or for some reason you don't want a gift card. The next one is going to be #Rico, RIKO, and that is for Rico Stan, who has donated this $30 gift card to the fishroomfever.com store. So we're going to enable that. Because we've got about 8 minutes, and then it's time for Chattanooga Ed. We're going to talk all about mosses in your aquarium.
Bob said that Shy's invited tomorrow, too.
All righty. So we're going to give that just a minute. I'm going to make sure that I haven't missed too much. Thank you again, Collins Critter Cave, and welcome to the channel. Good to see you. Sabrina Stewart says, Fisherman Fever, in my other tank, I have about 20-ish molly fry. I can't wait to get some guppy grass and watch them grow. They are black Dalmatian and Dalmatian creamsicle mollies. Those sound pretty. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of guppy grass. Ed got me started on that stuff, and I love it. It's awesome, awesome stuff. Through here. Nevea MTA. Hey, Nevea, good to see you.
Hey, I saw it was going by so fast. A couple people wrote Rico Stan. What? Rico's. No, I just threw They wrote his whole name out. Just Rico.
#Rico. RIKO. Yeah.
I think I saw it 3-4.
I shortened it because I wanted to make it as simple as possible. Yeah, I've seen that happen before where people entered and they were like, oh, I didn't realize there were multiple drawings. I didn't want to win that thing. It's like, okay.
Well, when on Get Gills, when Dan has something that I don't think that I would be able to keep because of my tanks, I always figure I'm just going to give it to Bob.
Right. All right. Let's see. As of now, we have. All right. We'll give everybody a couple more minutes. About another minute, because we don't want to dig into Ed's time. HEPA Aquatics coming in with a $6.99 Canadian super chat. Nothing to say, just here, take some money. HEPA, I really do appreciate that. I love what you do over there. And thank you for the support very, very much. Never expected, but it is always appreciated. And you guys have overwhelmingly knocked it out of the park tonight. And I can't thank you enough for that, everybody. All right. It said 200 watchers there for a second. It says, because Beth, that would definitely be a new record. Last week, we broke the record of concurrence with 136. We've definitely killed that tonight. And I do want to say, yeah, 140 thumbs up. So that's also a new record. 140 thumbs up during a stream is now the official record. So thank you all very, very much for that. Awesome. And again, a huge thank you to, Candy for posting the link in KG, and John and Lisa over at KG Tropicals for sending everybody over. Can't thank you guys enough. John's another one. He's been so supportive, from the beginning when I was starting up with the channel. And to this day, I still message him. Be like, hey, buddy, what are you thinking? He'll be like, hey, I think that's garbage, but you knew that before you asked. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I wanted to ask. No, he's an awesome, honest opinion giver. I appreciate that. All right. So I think that's about enough time for everybody. Let's look where. There's the keyword. Enter. Where did all my eligible users go? They're all here. Now, I will say, because I'm going to pull this up so everybody can see, it says there are only 12 eligible users, but we've got a laundry list of people over here. I mean, there's easily 100 people that are on this. So let me pull it back up real quick, which means I'm going to lose my chat. That'll be okay. Let's add this to stream. So as you can see, now it's updated. 97 eligible users. I'm rolling through here real quick to make sure we don't have anybody marked ineligible, because it also likes, if you win one, it likes to mark you ineligible to win another one. And that was never anything that we specified. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and roll it. Boom. Bird garden. See, and this is why I do it on the screen, because
that's awesome.
Things like that happen. So River Life, Rack, now Pond Life, and has the Bird Garden channel. I don't know what to call you now, Rack, but I'm loving everything you're doing. Has won the $30 gift card to fishroomfever.com. And Rico Stan wanted me to wait until after we had a winner to announce this, but he actually decided to up that to a $50 gift card. And again, I'm going to cover shipping. So Rack, you don't really have to do much of anything in terms of, letting me know who you are. I know who you are. Just shoot me a text or a message or an email whenever you see what you want on there, and I will get it shipped out to you. And congratulations on that. But again, this is why I do it on the screen. That way there's no calls for shenanigans. Let me get my chat back up here. Mr. Fisher says, how is Ed doing on subscribers? He could always use some more. Ed is the guy that is a co-host like 6 days a week on YouTube fish streams, but he's only got about 600 subscribers. We're about to head over to his channel after this final giveaway. I hope you all will follow us over there. We've got an actual topic. We're going to talk about mosses, and I would still encourage you, because I'm sure Ed's okay with this, it's his show, but I would encourage you, any questions we didn't get to during this stream, bring them on over there, and we'll continue to answer questions while we talk about mosses. Rolling on through here. All right. So for the final one, let me get this set up. We got one more giveaway, and this is that beautiful pair of Bettas coming from Black Label Carling. We'll get a link for her Instagram. Black Label Bettas. Give me just a second, and I'll do that. Again, she just was like, hey, I love this community. I really, really want to donate something. Let me get in here. Oh, there we go. All right, I'll get this set up real quick. So now we're moving on. If you would like to win a beautiful pair of Bettas from Black Label Carling, just type #Bettas. Or if you prefer to pronounce it betas, you can do betas. If you want to say Siamese fighting fish, you can do that. But the hashtag is #BETTAS. And we're going to try and get out the door here in just a minute once we announce that winner. That way we don't run over Ed's time.
It might be Betta. Is that
Betta?
I don't know. See, also part of the problem with pronouncing things is everybody has different accents too. So it's pretty rough when you're trying to make people pronounce things by your accent. It's one of my beefs in life in general.
Yeah, I mean, you could get real southern here. Hey, it's a beta.
Yeah. Well, no, if it's really southern, it's probably that's one of them Japanese fighting fish. Doesn't personal to all the people in the South. I'm sorry, but I live here.
If you only put one T in it, John Larson, you want to put two T's in there. I don't know if anybody else did, but I just noticed that. Candy, thank you for grabbing that. I was trying, but thank you, Candy, for posting the link for Black Label Bettas on Instagram. Go follow her. She's going to be working on some awesome stuff. She's a huge supporter and a member here, and was just real awesome and said, hey, I want to donate to your giveaway next week. So really appreciate that. And what that has also helped to do is enable me to be able to give away some more of my stuff on another upcoming stream, since I didn't have to provide everything myself for this one. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure you're subscribed. Hit that all notifications on there. And hey, give it a thumbs up if you've had some fun tonight. We've still got some hashtag Bettas rolling in, Bettas with an S. Because it is a pair, it is two.
This is Baby Cat that's sitting on me, making me super hot tonight. I took a nap beforehand, and Nico just stayed in bed. He's taking it easy.
All right. Well, while that is going, because we've got a couple people I want to give them a chance to correct if they missed a T or missed an S. I want to roll through here one time real quick and say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, of course. A huge thank you to the moderators. You all do an amazing job each and every week, and I can't thank you all enough. All of the lurkers and listeners, the people that have contributed to the stream with the questions and comments and helping answer things. That is always wonderful. It'd be kind of boring if we didn't have you all in here. Huge welcome and thank you to our newest member. And somehow I've missed it, but Jake, not only did Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics or Aquariums, I think it's Aquatics if I remember correctly. Jay Oliver's became a member, but Colin's Critter Cave also became a member. I never saw that pop up in the stream, but welcome. I appreciate you becoming a member. That puts us right on the cusp. We've got 49 members now. One more and we get another member emoji to play with in the chat and on the comments. And we should have that one tomorrow. A lot of times people's will lapse and then they come back and renew it. So be looking out for that new custom emoji. I'm going to say these thank yous, and that should have given everybody time to enter the hashtag, and then we will draw it. All right. Here we go. Thank you to Mike's Aquatics and Things, $5 super chat. Furlough's Aquatics with $5 super chat. T-Bone's Fishies with the $5 super sticker. Jay Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics, who not only became a member tonight, but threw down a $5 super chat. Mrs. Fever showing her support from the other room with the $2 super sticker. Bob at Kaler's Aquatics. Go check out Bob. He's an awesome guy. With the $10 super chat. Bird Garden, another awesome guy. Both those guys from here in Tennessee, local buddies. With the $10 super chat. Moonstone Aquatics with the $5 super chat. A Fish with the YouTube channel. I love that. With the $2.79 super chat. Colin's Critter Cave with that $5 super chat. And then Hepa Aquatics with that $6.99 super chat. And look at that. We hit 50. That's our new record. We've bounced around to 49 before, but we've never had 50 members. Sabrina Stewart, welcome to the team. Thank you for becoming a member. I hope you enjoyed the behind the scenes awesome goodies for the members. And of course, get to play with those emojis and in the chat as well as on comments. All right. Let's do this because now we're in Ed's time by 5 minutes. Fortunately, Ed's an awesome guy and he's my best friend, so he won't yell at me. We're going to pull this up here, add this to stream. I'm going to lose my chat for just a moment, but I've got to go through here and make sure everyone is eligible because I already see a couple people. Oh, I'm pretty sure T-Bone wants to be eligible. Sabrina.
Wait, yeah. Can T-Bone be eligible? If he's in Australia?
No, T-Bone's not in. Okay. No, he's not. Maybe that's why I marked it out. I don't know. Maybe he wants to win it and give it to somebody else, Ed.
Oh,
like you were talking about.
Yep.
You never know.
My bad, T-Bone.
Well, that's okay. I know a lot of people do. Chewy's real good about that. He'll be like, hey, if I win it, give it to Candy.
Yep.
So he may be doing that.
Oh.
We're not marking you eligible, Shy. Sorry, Mrs. Fever.
I forgot to email somebody for Chewy, or that Chewy wanted me to email today.
All right. We got everybody marked eligible, and the Betta winner is Nevaeh MTA. Been a subscriber since December 6th of last year. Nevaeh, thank you. I know you've hung around with us for a while. I am glad you won. Congratulations. If you will get me a message, unless Black Label Carling says otherwise, I guess you could message her on her Instagram. That would be one way to do it. Plus, you might as well follow her while you're over there. Let me get all that stuff off the camera there so I can get this back up and see what we got going on. Yep, it is real, Nevaeh. You have won those beautiful bettas. Congratulations to Nevaeh on those. Bird Garden for winning the $50 gift card to the Fish Room Fever site. And to, oh Lord, my mind has slipped. It was Mitchell. I'll have to go back and relook at it. Yeah, there we go. On the plant package. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Just because the party's stopping here doesn't mean the party's stopping completely. We're going over to Ed's channel. We're going to be talking about mosses and things. And again, we're going to be answering questions still. So if somehow we didn't get your question in over here, bring it on over there. We got another hour rolling. Lots of fun. We'll get a link in here. Katie Mitchell. There we go. Thank you, Mrs. Fever. She's the record keeper. She's got it. Katie Mitchell. We'll get a link in here for Chattanooga Eds. Again, a huge thank you. 182 people watching, 153 thumbs ups, and even the 2 people that gave the thumbs down. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. We've taken up enough of Ed's time. We'll get a link in here, and then we'll head right over. That gives everybody a second to grab a drink, maybe use the potty, all those wonderful things. There it is.
I've got to get ice and tea.
Has posted the link for that. All right, so let me close that there, and we will get rid of that there. Ed, you want to throw out that wonderful sign-off? People are really enjoying it.
Oh, yeah? Wow. Yeah. Remember, don't be afraid to get your hands wet. Keep those tanks clean.
And until next time, keep your fish healthy. Keep yourselves healthy. Catch yourself a little fish room fever. Take care, everybody. Love you.